settlement to call home, building power and expanding influence. And one thing that it said on the website that really intrigued me was this flighting mechanic, which is described as a Viking rap battle. Players will also have access to customization tools that alter hair, tattoos, war paint, and gear. Political alliances, decisions made in combat, and dialogue choices can influence and alter the world of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, so in order to protect their clan, players must choose wisely. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will launch worldwide in holiday of 2020 on the Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Stadia, and on PC via both Uplay and the Epic Games Store, and will also be available on the Uplay Plus subscription service. Now all that's been said, let's get into breaking down this short gameplay trailer. First of all, the footage captured from this trailer is from the Xbox Series X gameplay first look live stream, so I think it's safe to assume that this is all captured on Xbox Series X. The first shot appears to be of male Eivor, and all the attention is drawn to the prominent colouring of his eyes. Vikings are often depicted as having blue eyes, so it's safe to say it's a nod to that. The trailer uses the next couple of shots to establish something of an atmosphere. The point being, if you're going to soak in Viking culture, then you need to soak in Viking culture. It's not all going to be battles, and I must say the lighting here is incredibly nice. The next shot after these is a statue, which I do believe is a statue of Thor. Correct me if I'm wrong, who in Norse mythology is associated with strength, storms, hallowing, and fertility. Which again, my theory that it's Thor is reinforced by the lightning that strikes behind it in this shot. Symbolism. The next shot shows Eivor sat in the shadows with the emphasis on his bracer, which of course holds his hidden blade. We know the hidden blade is back in Assassin's Creed Valhalla courtesy of the CGI trailer we got a week ago, which shows the hidden blade atop the wrist as opposed to under it, and so the hidden blade in Assassin's Creed Valhalla is not so hidden after all. With Ashraf Ismail explaining in a breakdown for the CGI trailer that the reason for this is Eivor sees the hidden blade as this awesome weapon that shouldn't be hidden, and so therefore opts to wear his hidden blade atop his wrist, which is also how it was originally worn by proto-assassin Darius. This next shot appears to showcase the customizable tattoos, as according to the Assassin's Creed Valhalla webpage, you will be able to, on your settlement, build a tattoo shop. I don't know if it will be tattoo sets or if it will be mix and match or whatnot, but I suppose we'll have to wait and see on that front. But in one of the additions for the games, there's an advertisement for a Raiders tattoo set, so I suppose they do come in sets, but it doesn't show them on the body, so maybe it'll be mix and match and place them wherever you feel like, but we'll have to wait and see to find out more. Here we have a Viking longship, which were used by the Norsemen for commerce, exploration, and warfare. The longship's key feature was that it was designed for speed, so I'd imagine this will play into raids and things more than just as a traversal feature. The raven on the sail symbolises Odin. Speaking of ravens, here we have an actual raven flying above the longship. I'd imagine the raven is somehow connected to Eivor and will provide a gameplay feature similar to that of the controllable eagle in Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey. In contrast to these cold looking shots, the next shot appears to be a bit more mild weather-wise, and so that and this glorious shot here makes me think that this game will have no short supply of unique environments for us to explore. This soldier appears to be holding a flag of Wessex, at least of some variety, which is one of the 4 key kingdoms that comprised England at this time, the other 3 being Northumbria, East Anglia, and Mercia. Here we see a cross, which of course represents Christianity. A vastly different religious view to that of the Vikings. I'd imagine that a religious crash is part of the conflict. This next shot appears to show a Viking runestone, or standing stone, or whatever you want to call it, typically recognised by the runic inscriptions. Most are located in Scandinavia, but there are a few that are scattered among locations that were visited by the Norsemen during the Viking Age. The location in the next shot needs no introduction whatsoever. This is Stonehenge, which is a prehistoric monument located in modern-day Wiltshire. The purpose of Stonehenge is something of a historical mystery, with lots of theories getting about, but nobody knows quite for sure what they're for, which makes it a perfect spot to visit as part of Assassin's Creed's very own first civilization mystery maybe, but I do look forward to visiting this place. I'm sure there'll be something of value here to find. The next shot appears to show Anglo-Saxon soldiers preparing for battle. Maybe it's some kind of raid-like related thing. And then there's this bloke who's looking incredibly ominous in the shadows. It's definitely not Alfred before anyone starts on that. Maybe he's an assassin or a hidden one, but the identity of this chap is something that we'll have to wait and see to find out about. Here we see Eivor using a Viking sounding horn, or blowing horn or whatever, which was used as a means of communication but also as a warning of your approach, which is likely its use here, or it could have been used to announce the arrival of the gods. Here we see Eivor running, before performing this awesome finisher-like move on this guy. Here we see what appears to be an Anglo-Saxon fortress, with some battering ram-like siege weapon out front, slowly approaching the fortress. Obviously raiding and battling is going to be a huge feature in this game, as it would be in any other Viking game. Here we see Eivor throwing an axe, which seems like a really cool and brutal combat feature. Next we see him dual-wielding axes, with it confirmed that you can dual-wield almost any weapon in this game, including shields. So if you want to dual-wield 2 swords, you can. If you want to dual-wield 2 axes, you can. If you want to dual-wield 2 shields, you can. If you want to use a sword and a shield, you can. If you want to use an axe and a sword, I presume you can as well. And here we see the classic Viking way of life. Leave everything as you found it, except leave it on fire. And here we have a shot paralleling the start where we see Eivor's eyes. And then of course we get the lovely graphic and the logo for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. After this, we get a shot of the Raven landing on Eivor's shoulder, and so I suppose that kind of confirms that the Raven and Eivor are connected. And as I mentioned before, I reckon this Raven will be used in a similar gameplay feature to the controllable eagle. And there we go, that's a wrap on the trailer. We still have no confirmed release date, with the release window being holiday 2020. And if you pre-order now, you get the bonus mission, The Way of the Berserker. That bear is petrifying. And so there you go. That concludes our full breakdown into the gameplay trailer for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Of course, if I missed anything, let me know